What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. As you guys know, I competed in my first ever men's physique show about a week ago. Now today I'm going to go ahead and run through just kind of like the takeaways from the show, things that I learned, things that I want to do differently next time, and just ways that I think I can improve for next time I compete. Let's go. So first thing I want to run over is just things I learned through the process of prep. These are things that I think I did poorly or things that I think I could do differently next time. So thing number one that I think I could do differently is the starting point. I started off way too high in body fat. I'm not really disappointed for this time because I wasn't planning on competing until the day that I signed up. But I know for next time that I don't want to start that high in body fat so that I don't have to cut so drastically during prep. And that brings me to point number two, which is that I don't think I cut drastic enough to begin with. The first 4 weeks I tried to do kind of like more of a recomp kind of thing. So I was trying to kind of put on muscle while getting a little bit leaner. And having only 12 weeks to prep for a show, that's just not a smart thing to do. There's not enough time to try to do a short recomp phase. I should have jumped into a deeper cut a little bit quicker because I ended up having to crash diet pretty hard for the last 5 weeks. And I want to make sure that that doesn't happen again. I want to make sure that it's a smooth and steady process through all of prep so I don't have to crash diet or, anything like that. Other than those two things, I feel like I did a pretty good job. Like I said, I didn't know I was going to do the show until the day I signed up. So I had 12 weeks and that was it. But next time around, now I know the changes I need to make the process go a heck of a lot smoother. Next up, let's talk about show day. So this is just gonna be like feedback I got from the judges. All right, so thing number one that the judges said, and the most important thing that I think will bring the most improvement to the overall competing experience next time is my posing. So they said posing was the biggest drawback overall. I need to bring my lats out a heck of a lot more. Make sure that I get my arms up so I can do that. If you look at this picture here, you can see that my arms are kind of just, down by my side. Lats aren't coming out a lot, and I think the reason that I did that is so that I could flex my core a lot more. I wasn't really sure how to bring my lats out and flex my core at the same time, very efficiently. Definitely something that is super important. Have to work on that. They said I could have gone up a spot and had my posing been a little bit more dialed in. All right, next up, let's talk a little bit about food. Mainly the process of carving up water intake, sodium intake. So the day before, I think I did a really good job carbing up. I ate a lot of carbs, till I was sick of eating carbs. I didn't have a ton of water. I had like a little sip of water the day before, which I also think is fine. Sodium was low until Friday evening. But overall, I think Friday was a really good day. I think I did a really good job, but I need to eat a lot more carbs the morning of. I was really worried that I was gonna look bloated on stage, and so what I had the morning of, if you watched my video, here's the link to it. What I had the morning of was I had rice and some almond butter and salt, and then I had a few Rice Krispie treats and like a Kit Kat and like a sip of water, and that was it. So it was, what I thought was enough, but it definitely wasn't enough. I need to eat a lot more next time because when I was talking to the judges yet again, they said the first time I came out, which is when they actually did the judging, I looked a little bit flat. So, I still looked good. There were individual presentations later on in the competition, and they said I looked a heck of a lot better at that point. And that's because in between the judging and the individual presentations, I ate a muffin, I ate 2 more Rice Krispie treats, a couple chocolate bars, and then I drank like half of a water bottle. And so I was a lot more full. They said I looked a lot leaner, a lot bigger, just a lot better in every single way. So I definitely got to make sure that I carb up the right way. I think next time I do a show, I'll definitely get help because, this is my first experience. I wasn't really sure, what to do exactly besides what I had, watched on YouTube. So I had some idea, but not the full picture. Next time, I will definitely be more prepared though. Last but not least, I just want to cover future goals. So I've kind of already covered like a few things as far as like posing and some of the nutrition goes. The 3 body parts that I need to work on are arms, calves, and chest. It really just comes down to the fact that I don't think they look proportional with the rest of my body. Arms are definitely a really weak point for me. Those are the biggest thing that I need to work on in the off season. And it's been something that's been a struggle for me for like my entire, kind of fitness journey. Arms have always been tough for me to grow. So I really want to focus a lot of time and effort into growing my arms this off season. Chest is another one. Chest isn't awful. It's just, I think it's lacking a little bit, to put it simple. So just got to grow the chest. And then calves. I mean, nobody's really got good calves, let's be honest. Goal number 2 is to, instead of dirty bulk like I did last time, is to lean bulk. So like I said, I didn't feel like my starting point was very great. I feel like I was carrying a lot of body fat, and had I had more time, I think that would have been okay, but I still would prefer not to put on so much extra body fat just because I don't need to. I feel like the more body fat I carry, the lazier I am at the gym. So, people say dirty bulk is like, great, super efficient and stuff, and it can be for some people, but for me personally, I think that I tend to kind of get lazy. I get lazy with my diet. I get lazy in the gym. I don't push myself as hard as I should. So I think lean bulking, having kind of more of a more strict guidelines, will be good for me. I'll still be able to eat good food, cheat every now and then, but I still want to have a little bit more structure into my diet, which I think will help me at the gym as well. Overall, had a great experience. Super glad I signed up for the competition. Excited to continue on my journey, make a lot of improvements, compete next year, to show you guys the process, keep you guys updated, keep making content. That's gonna wrap it up. Those are my future goals, things I gotta work on, things I wish I did differently for the competition, during prep and show day itself. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.